the fear of the unknown gets to us and we talk ourselves out of trying something new or different. What if we fail? What if we don't make any friends there? What if we can't find a job? This is a lot of negativity and it can be paralyzing. But here's the thing. When you say yes to something and you go for it, even if it doesn't work out in the end, at least you know for sure that it wasn't for the lack of trying. So next time you self-doubt yourself and you start trying to talk yourself out of an opportunity, remind yourself that saying yes can never hurt unless you have an allergic reaction to peanuts and you say yes to peanut butter cups. At some point or another, we let our self-doubt talk us out of new opportunities. I know I've done it plenty of times, and I'm sure most of us can say the same. I know that there has been times where I have let my self-doubt talk me out of a project, a job, an interview, or even starting a simple blog. And to be honest, each and every time I regret it afterwards because it always leaves me feeling frustrated and defeated. The thing is that we allow our self-doubt to dominate us and stop us from moving forward with something we want to do. We lose sight of what is in front of us. All we see is the negatives that could happen instead of the positives that are just waiting for us to take them by the hand and show them what life has to offer. I understand how tough it can be to take risk or try new opportunities. Sometimes it seems easier to just stay put and do what we know instead of risk failure and embarrassment by trying something new. But I encourage you to give it a shot. I'm sure that if we all followed our doubts, nothing would ever change and we would miss out on so many opportunities of growth and happiness. The next time you self-doubt tries to talk you out of something, don't let it win. Instead, take a deep breath and trust in your abilities to give it a go. Decision to pass up an opportunity because of self-doubt or fear of failure, I regret it. I missed out on opportunities for growth and happiness, and I can't help but to wonder what could have been if I had only taken the leap instead of being so afraid. I'm sure we've all had those moments of self-doubt where we wonder if we're capable of doing something or whether we can be successful or not. But if you don't take the chance, you'll never know for sure. Take the leap for us. But how many times have we let it talk us out of great opportunities? Sure, it's easy to rationalize it with something like, I don't deserve it, or I'm not good enough. But what if the things we need is just to take a chance and learn from the outcome, no matter what it is? To me, that sounds like a better way to go about life than being so afraid of failure, that we never put ourselves out there in the first place. I challenge you to stop thinking in the terms of what could go wrong. And I challenge you to start thinking in the terms of all possibilities for success. New opportunities. Give yourself a chance to succeed by taking the plunge and try it out. Chances are it will be just as hard as any other thing you've ever done before. Self-doubt is our body's way of warning us that we need to take a step back and assess the situation before proceeding further with it. And there are plenty of times when we need to heed this warning, but other times it'll just stop us from trying something completely different or doing something that could be good for us, but scary at the same time. Fear of being asked again and again. But this is a surefire way to let your self-doubt talk you out of opportunities before you've even had the chance to blossom. And by the time it becomes clear that what you said no to was actually an opportunity for growth, the opportunity has passed. So instead of saying yes because it feels like it would be easier in the moment, try and take a more thoughtful approach when making these decisions. Ask yourself, what would you regret more, saying yes now or saying no and living with regret the rest of your life? And negativity when faced with tough decisions or problems. It is even easier when we allow our self-doubt to talk us out of opportunities that may lead us to success and happiness. As such, it is worth asking ourselves if we are allowing our self-doubt to have too much control over our lives and preventing us from living the life full of possibilities and happiness. To experience self-doubt and fear when we face with new opportunities. In fact, it can be so easy to let these feelings get the better of us that we find ourselves talking ourselves out of opportunities entirely. However, This doesn't need to be the case if we are willing to work through those doubts and put a little bit of extra effort. Consider some of these tips for managing your self-doubt and making the most out of your opportunities. 1. Remember that it can take courage to try something new. 2. Remind yourself that it can be the beginning of something wonderful. 3. Have a clear plan of how to take action. 4. Find a role model who has done what you want to do. Because it's easy to get stuck in a rut and give up without even trying. But I've learned that the only way to conquer self-doubt is to have courage and push through. To help myself do this more often, I remind myself of all the times I was wrong in the past and how great life has been since then. So please, do not let self-doubt take the better of you. You have the courage to beat this any day, anytime.